Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Ketholena with the evening news. The headlines. Nagaland government extends statewide lockdown with existing SOPs till 31st of May. Health Ministry to defer vaccination for 3 months after recovery from COVID. Nagaland Health Minister S. Pangnapom visits construction site of Nagaland Medical College in Kohima. And Union Minister Nitin Gadkari suggests more companies be given license to manufacture COVID-19 vaccines. As the number of COVID cases are on the rise, we appeal to our listeners not to lower the guard, follow all the precautions, and all those above 45 years who have taken the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine to get vaccinated with second dose at the scheduled time. Stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps: wear a face mask, focus on hand and face hygiene, and maintain a distance of 2 yards for social distancing. Now the news in detail. Nagaland government has extended the ongoing statewide lockdown with the existing SOPs till 31st of May. The decision was taken today during an emergency meeting of the High Powered Committee, HPC, held under the chairmanship of Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio at Kohima to review the COVID-19 situation in the state after imposition of the statewide total lockdown since May 14. The meeting, which was attended by Ministers Nibakrunu, S. Pangnapom, Advisor Mhonlumo Kikon, Minister in charge of Kohima District Tompang Ozakam, Chief Secretary J. Alam, and senior officers from the Health, Home, and NSDMA, reviewed the current situation and taking into account the consistent rise of COVID-19 positive cases in the state, it was decided to extend the statewide total lockdown with the existing conditions till May 31. Further, on completion of summer break, the schools will be allowed to resume online classes with effect from 24th of May. It said detailed SOPs will be brought out by the School Education Department. The HPC also decided that a centralized depot of oxygen cylinders will be created in Samokirima Police Complex for efficient distribution and to minimize turnaround time in refilling the cylinders. Zonal depots would also be set up in strategic locations across the state. The HPC also decided that a system of community surveillance will be put in place through ASHA workers as well as NSRLM and other volunteers from the civil society organization to be coordinated by the respective district task forces in order to check the spread of the virus in rural areas. The HPC informed that 56 doctors have been recently recruited. It maintained that the resultant vacancies of doctors and nurses under National Health Mission caused due to this recruitment will be filled up by engaging suitable professionals on temporary basis. Union Health Ministry has suggested deferring the COVID-19 vaccine by 3 months after recovery from the illness of COVID-19. The National Expert Group on Vaccine Administration for COVID-19, NEGVAC, had shared the fresh recommendations regarding COVID-19 vaccination with the Health Ministry, which was accepted by it. The ministry said the individuals having lab tests proven SARS-2 COVID-19 illness, then they should defer COVID-19 vaccination by 3 months after recovery. It was also recommended that if an individual is infected with COVID after first dose, then the second dose should also be deferred by 3 months after clinical recovery from the illness. It was also said that persons with any other serious general illness requiring hospitalization or ICU care should also wait for 4 to 8 weeks before getting the COVID-19 vaccine. In the recommendation, it was suggested that individual can donate blood after 14 days of either receipt of COVID-19 vaccine or testing RT-PCR negative if suffering from COVID-19 disease. Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangnapom today visited the site of the ongoing construction of Nagaland Medical College located at Prebagi in Kohima. The minister in a tweet said he is satisfied with the progress of the work and appreciated the sincere efforts put in by the contractors. During the visit, Pangyo also assessed the grievances faced by the contractors and assured for all possible help by the department. The minister further reminded the contractors that proper workmanship and SOP should be maintained. You're listening to the news from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on our YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari has suggested that, considering the huge demand for the COVID vaccines in the country, more companies should be given license to manufacture them. Speaking in a virtual event amid the presence of Minister of State for Chemicals and Fertilizers, Mansukh Mandaviya, and Vice-Chancellors of several universities, Gadkari said that license to manufacture the vaccines can be given to 10 more companies to ramp up the vaccine production. He added that if the production becomes surplus in the future, then the vaccines can also be exported to countries where it is needed. Highlighting the fact that at least 2 to 3 laboratories in every state in the country has the infrastructure to produce the vaccines, he suggested that they may be roped in to ramp up the production on a business-based model with 10% royalty to the original developers. Gadkari affirmed that such model will help ease the vaccine demand in the country in just 15 to 20 days. President of the Indian Medical Association IMA, Dr. J.A. Jayalal has asked the centre to scale up vaccination on an extensive level. Speaking to a news agency, Dr. Jayalal today said that the only way forward to tackle the pandemic is to vaccinate maximum people in the shortest possible time. He said that the centre must procure maximum vaccines and decentralize the whole process as far as possible. IMA president suggested that door-to-door vaccination should be done in order to maximize the reach of vaccination and prepare the country for the imminent third wave of coronavirus. Talking about the vaccination of those already recovered from the COVID infection, Dr. Jayalal said that the government should reconsider the decision of inoculating them after 6 months. He said the decision should be revisited based on scientific evidence. Under Pradhan Mantri Kalyan Anna Yojana, additional food grains at 5 kilograms per person per month is being provided free of cost to NFSA beneficiaries for the months of May and June. The Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution has informed that Lakshadweep has lifted full allocation of food grains from Food Corporation of India depots for May and June. It further added that till yesterday, 15 states and union territories had lifted 100% allocation for May. These include Andhra Pradesh, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Arunachal Pradesh, Goa, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Kerala, Ladakh, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu, Telangana and Tripura. The ministry said that all the states and union territories had lifted over 31 lakh metric tons of food grains till May 17. As the second wave of COVID-19 paralyzes the state, several organizations, churches, and individuals have come forward as a helping hand amidst the hardship faced by the government, administration, and citizens. One such organization is the Western Chagasang Hoho, who has contributed a sum of 1 lakh to the District Task Force Dimapur for managing the burial requirements related to COVID-19 deaths. While sympathizing the pain of the bereaved families, the Western Chagasang Hoho acknowledged the District Task Force for working hard in taking care of the burial issues as unfortunate families is confused and afraid. The Hoho also saluted the district administration, police, and medical department for putting up their lives at risk and working hard day by day to protect the citizens. The Western Chagasang Hoho further extended their full cooperation as and when their service is required. Meanwhile, the Kohima Au Baptist Arogo has also come forward in offering the Jubilee Memorial Center Lirie for utilization as quarantine facility for healthcare workers of Naga Hospital Authority Kohima during this pandemic time. And Ministry of Women and Child Development has appealed to people to inform at Childline toll-free helpline number 1098 if they come across any child which needs counseling or any assistance. The ministry has notified the team Childline 1098 to engage with authorities to ensure safety of children affected by COVID-19 pandemic. This helpline works round the clock on all days. To end the news, the headlines here again. Nagaland government extends statewide lockdown with existing SOPs till 31st of May. Health Ministry to defer vaccination for 3 months after recovery from COVID. Nagaland Health Minister S. Pangyupom visits construction site of Nagaland Medical College in Kohima, and Union Minister Nitin Gadkari suggests more companies be given license to manufacture COVID-19 vaccines. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Have a pleasant night.